Hello world! Today's video is going to look a little bit different. Today, we, the introverts, are going to talk about ourselves. Some of you know us pretty well already, and some of you might be watching this video and meeting us for the very first time. But we guarantee that all of you will learn something you didn't know about us before.
Ever since I was little, I always had a 25-year plan or so laid out for me. Go to school, graduate college, get a nice job, get a house, and get married. And more or less, that's kind of what I did. I graduated from college, I got a nice job, and then I met Lindsey. After high school, Lindsey moved to Germany and had actually intended on spending the rest of her life there. But a skiing accident brought her back home, and that's when we met. At that time, she still planned on returning to Germany once she was healed and spending her life there. I, on the other hand, had absolutely no intention of leaving the United States. So, while we did like each other, we did enjoy each other's company, we both kind of knew, or thought at the start of it, that it was just kind of going to be a summer fling, and that would be that. But, as cheesy as it sounds, love has a way of changing your plans. So, we fell in love, and we got married.
Shortly after Felicity arrived, we decided to move into a bigger house because that's what you do when you have kids.
But we very quickly realized a bigger house means
more cleaning,
more yard work,
more overall upkeep,
and absolutely more debt. We always felt like we were just barely doing it. We never had time to do the things we wanted to do.
We didn't have extra money for fun activities or travel, and it was just very stressful.
So after a few years of trying that and realizing it was not for us, we had a long discussion. We needed some change. So we decided to sell our house and move in with Lindsey's mom for a while we figured out the next step. While we were discussing the next chapter of our life, Lindsey proposed a radical idea. Buy, renovate, and travel across the country in an RV. Now, this was something we had discussed doing before, but it was always in the context of probably retirement or at least later in life.
After the kids were grown.
Yeah. But the pandemic had actually provided us with a unique opportunity. I was now working remotely full-time.
Felicity was going to be homeschooled for kindergarten.
And Lindsey had a reason to be in Portland the following summer, which she'll discuss in a bit. So a couple months after moving in with her mom, we purchased an RV and started the 6-month renovation to prepare for this trip.
So there's some background information on who we are and how we got to be here on this trip in the first place. Now we're going to get deeper and a little bit more personal, and we're going to talk about why we are here in Portland specifically. So let's go for a walk. So now it's time for me to tell my story. And my story gets a little bit deeper and a little bit darker. When I was a kid, I was abused. And as a teenager, when I started processing all of it, I started self-injuring and cutting myself as a way to let the feelings out and the emotions out because I couldn't talk about what had happened to me. I've come a long way since my teenage years, and I have grown a lot, and a lot has changed since then. But I still live with the scars today. Now I'm ready to take back my body. I'm ready to replace the scars on my arms with beautiful art. And so here we are in Portland for me to get tattoos to replace the painful memories with something very, very beautiful. have goosebumps all over my arms as I tell this, as I'm saying this. This has been a long, long journey, and I still have a long way to go. But I am so thankful for my support system, my amazing family, my friends, and an awesome therapist. And I'm finally ready to share this part of my story with you guys. I used to feel like I should stay silent about my experiences because so many people have lived through worse trauma. My experiences weren't bad enough to compare, and therefore I should stay silent. But as I have grown as a person, I've realized that these stories aren't told by people who want to compete for the worst trauma prize. They're told as a way to heal and as a way to help. My hope and desire is to eventually be brave enough and bold enough to share more of my story and why it's unique. But for today, we are celebrating the courage that it took to get this far, and tomorrow I am taking a huge step on my healing journey. Wow. Well, today is the day. I'm heading into Portland to get tattoos. I've been in contact with the amazing Sierra Klein for well over a year planning this, and we drove all the way across the country to be here. I haven't really even told anyone that I'm getting tattooed other than some strangers that we've met along the way, and not even Mike or my mom know what I'm getting tattooed. So you might be wondering, why did I pick a tattoo artist on the other side of the country? I've been asked that along the way. It has a lot to do with her art, but it also has a lot to do with the type of person that she is. Tattooing is a very intimate experience, and it's really important for me for the person who is putting their art permanently on my body to be passing along positive energy, especially because of the healing nature of this experience. So those two things, combined with the fact that we share a lot of the same values and beliefs, are why I chose Cece and why we drove all the way here. And today is finally here. I'm so excited. So I'm going to put the camera down now, turn on some good music, and get into a celebration triumph mood, because today is the day I am taking back my body. Hi again, guys. I just got back in the car after 8 hours in the tattoo studio. Oh my gosh, well worth every single second. I am so completely overjoyed with the results, and I can't wait to go back on Thursday to finish up my sleeve. So I'm heading back home now. I'm exhausted, I'm hungry, and I'm tired. So I'll see you guys soon. Good morning, world. It's part 2 today of my tattoo sleeve, and I'm super excited to be here. It's going to probably be another long day, maybe 7 or 8 hours again. So I had a good breakfast, and I brought some snacks and some tea and water, and I think I'm ready. So I can't wait to show you guys the finished result. So yesterday we finished up part 2 of my tattoo sleeve, and oh my gosh, excited is not even like the right word. All the feels, really. It's amazing to have such beautiful art that I get to carry around on my body for the rest of my life, and it just means so much to me. I'm just so excited every time I look at it. So here it is. This is still, like, obviously it's got the wrap over it still, and it's gonna be there for about a week. And but you can see that the lower half of my arm, it's still healing. These are still healing shots, but it's healing really well, and I freaking love it. And I'll talk to you guys a little bit more about the parts of it when I can take the Saniderm off and the healing is a little bit further along and you guys can see it a little bit better. Hello world! Be cool, be normal, be natural and chill. And sit up straight. Not like that.
I feel like it needs to be. Coincidentally, we made this decision.
Coincidentally. What? If you're gonna say it right. So that's a little bit of bleh. Bleh. Celebrating. Bleh. Bleh. So and a little bit more personal. And we're gonna talk about crap. We're gonna talk about crap.
It looked like you were gonna finish that line and we were gonna
I know.
Just imagining when I'm gonna be editing this.
Reset.